There's been a bit of controversy over what bar in the San Diego area is the oldest. Well, here's the answer. While the Waterfront Bar boasts the oldest liquor license in the city, the crown for the oldest bar belongs to Tivoli Bar in San Diego's Gaslamp district. According to co-owner Robert Romero, this storied bar started life as a warehouse in 1864. Then in the early 1880s, the Tivoli Bar was opened, and it's never stopped slinging drinks.
Through much of its life, the Tivoli Bar lived in a rough area. Though respectable now, the Gaslamp district was San Diego's red light district, bordered by saloons, gambling halls, and brothels. In other words, it used to have a personality.
Even famed Wyatt Earp owned a number of area saloons, and he would often drop by the Tivoli Bar for a drink.
We did some digging and didn't find any mentions of shootouts in the old saloon. But there are a couple of news reports about drunks pulling knives on customers and patrons getting mugged. In other words, it must have been a fun place.
But then Carrie Nation and her band of miscreants outlawed alcohol, and Tivoli Bar had to quickly change its identity. So, beer was replaced by soda, and a dining room replaced the pool hall, and suddenly Tivoli Bar was a cafe. At least that's how the story was told.
Tivoli became like mini bars. They served food, and they served Cokes and sarsaparilla and different types of drinks. But underneath, we used to have a basement down below. And they used to make wine in there, and they made whiskey. And we discovered this when we were doing the remodeling of the building.
And what would a historic bar be without a good brothel? In this case, upstairs.
In World War II, the upstairs rooms, they had 9 rooms upstairs that were used for the servicemen that came in. They would rent rooms for an hour, and we had ladies of the night that worked up there, and primarily they were sailors. And what we discovered, a little aside, but it was very interesting, that we were tearing up the stairway. There was a button underneath the stairway, and it had the lines went up to all the 9 rooms. And what they did was, when Shore Patrol came, or Vice Squad or whatever, they would touch the button and it would light on and off in all the rooms, and the sailors and whoever else was up there would haul ass and jump out anywhere they could.
Then, in 1970, the bar passed from the DePietri family, who'd owned it for over 2 generations, to the Romero family, which has had it ever since.
And while the area used to be pretty rough, it's luckily changed dramatically. Petco Park was built nearby, and modern offices and buildings have moved in. And importantly for Tivoli Bar, so have the patrons.
Area, like I said, was warehouse produce, and after nightfall, it wasn't a place where you wanted to be unless you were transvestite, prostitute, or a thug. We took it over from my parents because they were getting older, and they just couldn't run it anymore, and so we purchased it from them in 1996, and we took it over. And at that time, we just had a beer and wine license, and it was really tough going. I mean, we were putting more money into it than we were getting out, and the 4 of us were losing money. And we were thinking, honestly, about saying, well, geez, why don't we sell the place, because we're just not doing very well. But then Petco Park came in, and I had a feeling that Petco Park was going to go through the baseball stadium. So we held on, and when Petco Park came in, it changed everything. Plus, in the meantime, we had purchased a hard liquor license, and made a total difference in our operation and revenue. And so we've been doing pretty well ever since then, of course, with everything building around us.
This truly is an important piece of San Diego's history, and arguably an important piece of American history. The walls here tell the story of our country's struggles to expand, to grow, and to become something more.
They also tell of a time when things weren't always so polished, not so shiny and new. It was a time when our cities and towns were much more dangerous and mysterious. All that danger, that mystery, it's all gone now, but you can still relive it, at least for a moment, in a place like this.
Places like this are where America was made. Places like this are living museums and show what a city is really like. So you need to hurry and experience them before they vanish, before they're gone.
The next time you're in the area, make a special trip to the Gaslamp district, go by Tivoli Bar, and toast some history.